Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. So hopefully up before this will be a second video in what I am doing as a series, maybe with just two, but I'm gonna do a second pumpkin spice look. And as I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for my first pumpkin spice look, I grabbed my brew palette, which is one of my favorites, and was looking at it, and they literally have shades called pumpkin spice and cinnamon. So I thought it would be fun to make a look using the colors that make up a pumpkin spice latte. So we're talking pumpkin spice, cinnamon, ginger, maybe almond for almond milk, tea latte as a transition, or like a blended. I'm reaching a little bit, but I still think it'll make a very cute look. I might tag in another shimmer, depending on how this turns out. I think it might be more like cinnamon spice girl latte, spice girl, cinnamon spice latte, but we're gonna try. I don't know. I might pull in spice chai a little bit for a little bit more orange, but this one right here is pumpkin spice. This is ginger. This is cinnamon. That's almond. So I think we can make a look with this, and I think it's gonna be great. So we're gonna do the base. I'm gonna be a little chatty. I curled my hair and it looks very pretty, and I actually hairsprayed it this time. I don't normally hairspray it, but I used this bad boy. Ooh, it's still on, which is a 2-inch barrel with an actual clip. If you have been around for any length of time, you may be familiar with my love of the beach waver, which is my favorite hair tool, but it does not have a full clip, so it's hard to get like certain types of looks with my hair. So I was on the hunt for a bigger barreled curling iron, and instead of like waiting to find exactly what I was looking for, I just settled for that one right there, which is not bad per se, except for I just don't think my hair is long enough for it, although it is very long. Sorry, coffee's still working its magic. I watched a Melissa Alatorre hair video. She's like my inspiration for everything these days. I love her so much. She's beautiful and she has amazing hair, and although mine is definitely not the same texture, or she has thick hair. I also have thick hair, but not that thick. But I like followed her tutorial. I like the look overall, but she uses a 1.5-inch barrel. I could only find a 2-inch barrel, and I regret not looking around more. So for my birthday, my in-laws got me an Amazon gift card. So I went ahead and bought a 1.5-inch barrel curling iron, and it should be here on Wednesday. Today is Monday. And my justification is that it's free money with that gift card. I also bought a diffuser for work, a battery operated diffuser, because there are no plugs in my office. No plugs that aren't attached to my desk underneath it or anything. And I want this to be like somewhere else. So a battery operated one was necessary, and it's super cute. It has colors and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And that wasn't even like the whole gift card. So I still have some wiggle room, and I might buy a new Cinema Secrets brush cleaner when I need more, because not much entices me these days on Amazon. I don't browse it aimlessly, she says. I have a crick in my neck. And I've been using the Maybelline Stay Skin Stay, Super Stay, whatever. But today I'm feeling a little bit more full coverage, not for any real reasons. I actually think my skin looks pretty nice, but I don't know, I want to use my Fenty. I want to use my Fenty up because I really miss the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, and I cannot buy it until I move some of these out of my collection. And I've had the Fenty one the longest, and it's just time for me to finish it. I love it. This is the second bottle I have of it. It's a great foundation, but I want what I want, but I'm trying to be smart about replacing things when they need to be replaced. And even if I finish this bottle, I still have like 2 other foundations that I could be using. So we'll see. But I have been using that Super Stay one a lot. Look how just like effortlessly that blends. It's so nice. If you're looking for like a soft matte, long wearing, beautiful foundation, this Fenty one is right up there. It's not quite as full coverage as my Charlotte Tilbury one, but I don't know. Like I said, I've bought this one twice already, so I don't tend to buy makeup repeatedly because there's just always so much to try. But I just remember how much I loved this one, and it never fails. Never fails to look beautiful. The other foundation I have is this Anastasia Luminous foundation that I'm still on the fence about. I feel like I have to really make it work for me. Like, it does not blend seamlessly, easily. I have to really build it up to make it look even, but for some reason I haven't decluttered it yet. And I think it might be too light. Maybe that's part of it. It's the shade 100N. I mean, I've used a fair bit of it, but I don't know. Things that I just like tell myself to try to justify purchasing something else. It never ends, that little critic. I do feel like I'm almost done with that. Probably got a few more months in it still, but it's the only cream contour I have. Again, Fenty. It's fantastic. It's a great shade. But I also saw that Woma came out with a contour that looks really nice. So that might be one that I repurchase once that Fenty one is gone. I have a few powder contours like in kits and stuff, and my Milani one, Elf one. So I struggle with wanting to buy another one of those since I have them from other places, but like an everyday one, you know? I don't know. Again, it doesn't really matter. Let's go back to talking about pumpkin spice. I had my first pumpkin spice latte last week. I had coffee with one of my students, and my not former student, she's still a student, but she was my peer mentor in my first year experience class, and she was also in my living learning community when that was up and running, and she's just fantastic. She's an amazing gal, and we have stayed connected. So she came over to my office and we got pumpkin spice lattes, and it was our first pumpkin spice lattes for both of us for the season, and it was really good. I got just a tall because a grande is just too much these days. They're sweet and it was just a little too much. So talls are perfect for me. A little blush brush. And then it was the weekend or whatever. And Anthony was like, should we make pumpkin spice lattes? First pumpkin spice lattes. I was like, oh, I already had my first pumpkin spice latte. And he was a little upset, jokingly. But I was just like, ooh. But that made me think that maybe it's time to start making my pumpkin syrup so I can make pumpkin spice lattes on the fly and not have that pay for them. So I think I might do that this weekend, even though today's Monday. Something to look forward to. Or if, in case I have a relatively easy week. It's actually 8:50 right now, but I am having a late start today because over the summer I accrued what we call flex time. And flex time is when you work beyond your 40 hours. So there were a couple events that I did that were on weekends, during fish camp presentations. We didn't get home until after 7. So I had just like banked a bunch of time. So I actually had a late start on Friday. I'll have a late start today and a late start on Thursday because I have an allergy appointment, which my allergies seem to be in check right now. And when I made this appointment, it was March, maybe April. And that's just College Station for you. You can't ever get anything you need when you need it unless you go to urgent care. But like if you need to see your doctor for any real reason, you're not seeing them that same day, that same week, or that same month. So you better hope that you're fine. You're actually fine. And that it still plagues you when you do get to see them. So I'm not through them. My battery just died, so now I've restarted it. And now I don't like the setup. And it also feels like it's blurry. I don't know if that helped. Maybe it's my glasses. Maybe my glasses. Those are pretty dusty. Anyway, I just finished with my blush. Highlighter. Ooh. Do I need highlighter? Yes, of course I need highlighter. I'm gonna go with some Amrezy. Perfect fall highlighter. But what was I saying? Yes, pumpkin spice lattes are great. Looking forward to making my own syrup. Having a late start because of flex time. Oh, also, even though it's pumpkin spice latte season, it's still very hot. Although it did rain last night, and it went from literally 107 degrees to 77 degrees. And whilst very nice, I was like, this can't last. It's gonna be so hot again eventually. It's supposed to be hot through September. I was told, I don't know where some of these people get this information, people who actually like watch the news or something, I guess, that we were supposed to have 100+ days through like mid-September, which I believe. I do not doubt that. But because of the rain yesterday, we did plummet. And like, I think the high today is supposed to be 96. So, I mean, tomato, in all sense and purposes, but I just thought that was interesting. So, there's the base. Looks very nice. Ooh, that highlighter. It's not too much, I don't think. I also regret painting my nails this color, even though they're fun, because it's just not giving fall to me. I'm not feeling the fall vibes with that color. Okay. Milani, of course. This stuff says it lasted a year. I don't remember when I bought this. I think I may have bought this in the beginning of the year, but I still don't even know how you can use it up in a year. The last one I had, I did not finish, but it seemed to have expired because it was like chunky. Like, it was not a smooth application. And like when you squeezed it out, it was like little balls. So I was like, yeah, that's probably not good anymore. So I'm trying to finish it. I use it every day. But I also have this About Face one. excess dust, not because it's been sitting there. This About Face one, because I got it on sale at Ulta, and I just kind of wanted to try something new because I've been using the Milani one for so long, but this one is only good for 9 months. So you see the dilemma. So let's zoom it in from my eyeballs. I'm gonna go in with the Brew palette. Such a perfect palette. Get a handful of brushes. So I'm gonna start with Pumpkin Spice, which is this one right here. So my first Pumpkin Spice makeup, which you will have seen, probably the video before this, ideally, was very glam. And I think I'm going for more everyday, work appropriate, no lashes, toned down a little bit. I really liked my first one though. It hit all the spots for me. I was like, this is exactly what I wanted in a pumpkin spice look. This palette is just perfect. They blend effortlessly. They're pigmented. I think the only one that I was ever disappointed in was this white called Milk Tea. It just like packs no punch as a white. It's really good for like blending and like cleaning things up, but like as a white, I was just like, oh, I wish there was more of that. Now I'm gonna go in with a cinnamon underneath it, right there. Kind of start to deepen it up. And the first look that I did was a halo eye. And I kind of want to do another one, but I don't want to risk being repetitive. Like, those just blended together beautifully. So nice. This is also a beautiful fall palette. I love that it's mostly a matte palette. I've definitely talked about this before. I know this is not new commentary on the Brew palette, but it's just so nice. I don't have any other palettes from September Rose. I remember being very enticed by their Slush palette because I didn't have really any. I still struggle with colorful palettes. I definitely have more colorful palettes now than I did 2 years ago. So I don't need the Slush palette, but I just remember it being very pretty. Bring it underneath. Back in with pumpkin spice a little bit. Reinforce that a little bit. Okay, I am gonna reach into Spice Chai just to kind of orange it up a little bit. Use that same brush that we used the cinnamon on. Maybe we do an all matte look. We need some shimmer. Maybe like a soft shimmer. I don't know what that is. Like a satin matte maybe? I don't really know. So these are the only two shimmers. Iced Tea and Cold Brew. For whatever reason, I'm not feeling either of those for this look. Let's see what I got over here. Ooh, that's what it looks like. It's very pretty. We're not gonna overdo it, which is very hard not to do with this color, but subtle. I'm gonna go with one more layer. I'm not trying to go like kapow with it, just build it up a little bit in the middle there. And then, yeah, like spread it out. That's nice. That's nice. She's giving pumpkin spice. So that's kind of the look. I'm gonna go back in here real fast. I kind of want a little darker. So I'm gonna go in with puer. I don't know what puer is or what that means, but just the tiniest bit to add a little more like neutral, not quite cool tone, but just to give a little bit more dimension. Like how you would add black, right? That's all I'm trying to do. Just a little bit. Yeah, I think that's what that needed. I was giving like a lot of the same tones, so that little bit of depth I think really helps. And again, in my first look, very glam, I used a black liner and it was very kapow. So we're gonna go in today with a brown liner. First I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. So yeah, I think she's given pumpkin spice. I'm gonna go in with my Sephora matte lip stain in the shade 118. Hello.
Hello.
I'm Thielemann. I'm doing a second pumpkin spice look. You wanna see?
What?
I'm doing a second pumpkin spice look. I've also had the urge to do more with my eyebrows, but I have no eyebrow products other than this. I don't know. We'll see. Got our Epic Ink brown liner. Brown wing. Very nice. Two very different wings, as usual. And I do wish I had like a brown black mascara, but I do not. So we're gonna go in with this Rare Beauty little mini. Using that puer color, I'm gonna try to fill in my brows a little bit. Ooh, not quite the right tone, but now we're committed. Runs to Walgreens to buy eyebrow pencils. The technique is there, just not the color. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Now we're gonna go back in with this. Give them some hold. It's kind of like BAM eyebrows. Okay. I'm going to set my face with this Kosas Cloud Set. That looks nice. My base looks really nice, if I do say so myself. Okay, lipstick. Maybe a little more bronzer, contour. Not actually bronze, I don't think. I just use it. Maybe like both bronzing. I don't know. I like it. here's the look. Pumpkin spice number 2. And that's it. Thanks for joining me on this chatty get ready with me to make a pumpkin spice look. Pumpkin spice number 2. Let's see if I can bang out another pumpkin spice look before pumpkin spice season is over. But I really like this one, and it does feel very work appropriate. It's not like super bam in your face, but it's very pretty, and I like it a lot. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.